Sea moss is the same texture as semen. That's not a coincidence. And look at the name, sea moss, semen. Again, that's not a coincidence. Greetings brothers and sisters, EKONG here from Eat to Live Not to Die. This video today is about the benefits of iron fluorine. Everybody in the world is suffering from anemia in one way or another. That's sickle cell anemia, hypoglycemia, general anemia, thalassemia. There's all types of blood issues that people are having. So to maintain the red blood cells and the white blood cells, you must nourish the red blood cells. So to nourish the red blood cells, you must consume iron fluorine. Iron fluorine is liquid iron that derives from plants. Whether it's yellow dock, whether it's burdock, whether it's sarsaparilla, kokomeka, all of these plants or herbs come from Mother Nature. And there's two types of iron in the world. There is iron oxide and there's iron fluorine. Iron fluorine comes from plants and iron oxide comes from the rocks. The rock version of iron is the iron that is used to make stainless steel. And then they use that stainless steel to make bicycles, knives and forks and so on. That's not the iron that we're supposed to be using. We're supposed to be using the iron that comes directly from the barks of plants or the roots of plants or from the flower or from the leaves. Secondly, drinking iron fluorine is like drinking the sun. So anybody suffering from vitamin D deficiency, you need iron fluorine because the sun is nothing but carbon. It's an electric ball, a black electric ball. And that is what is providing us with the energy that we need. If the sun didn't rise every day, we would perish within seconds. The sun is absolutely important to increasing and maintaining energy and receiving information. So people who are suffering from vitamin D deficiency, what if you're someone that lives in an area of the world that doesn't have the sun? If you don't have the sun, what are you going to do? You need to eat the plants or drink the plants that were charged by the sun. If you consume the plants that was charged by the sun, then you will be getting the sun's energy. For example, when we are hot, we're able to look for shade, right? But a plant cannot look for that shade. So it has to stay there and absorb all of that energy from the sun. They call it photosynthesis. The process of a plant absorbing the minerals from the ground is called iron trophorosis. What happens is the plant sends its roots sometimes 200 feet into the soil and it clings onto the rocks and it absorbs those minerals from the rock and it puts it into itself. So once you consume that plant, you are also receiving the minerals that the roots was consuming. For example, if yellow dock is consuming iron from the ground and you consume the roots of the yellow dock, you boil them and you drink the liquid essence of the yellow dock, you are also receiving the iron that the yellow dock was absorbing because yellow dock absorbs iron. Another plant that absorbs iron is sarsaparilla. It sends its roots into the ground and it also consumes iron. So when you boil up sarsaparilla and you consume that liquid essence that has come out of the sarsaparilla root, you are also drinking iron. So this process is called iron trophorosis, when the roots converts a rock into a liquid digestible substance for you and I. Sometimes Mother Nature also consumes the iron from the ground or the phosphate from the ground or the zinc from the ground and it creates a fruit, a liquid digestible substance for us. So elderberries is the manifestation of the plant consuming iron, but now it's in a berry form. Do you understand? So when we consume sea moss, bladderwrack, dulse, wakame, all of these seaweeds, we're consuming iodine, which is what comes from the ocean, and 92 other minerals as well, and even more. Iron is also the most important mineral in the world. Why? Because iron is what conveys oxygen to the brain. If not for iron, we would not have any oxygen going to our brain at all. That's why a lot of people have foggy memory. That's why a lot of people can't concentrate, because your iron levels are super low. Some people can't even put words together. They're extremely slow because the brain is dry and the brain needs oxygen. Any electrician listening will know that the friction between copper and carbon creates electricity. The brain is the copper and the carbon is the pineal gland, and they're touching. And when it touches, it's creating a resonance. It's creating electricity. So when the brain creates that electricity from the friction between the pineal gland and the brain, it sends that electricity via the central nervous system, causing movement for me to blink, for me to raise my hand, for my heart to beat. All of these movements is caused by electricity. In fact, there would be no movement if not for electricity. You know, like in your car, unless the electricity is on, you can't wind up your windows. The clouds are moving because of electricity. Water's moving because there is a current there. Current is electricity. Electricity is a current. So brothers and sisters, we need iron fluorine in order for the body to move. Remember, nothing is still. Everything is constantly moving. And it's moving because of minerals inside of our bodies. That's why I don't believe in vitamins. I believe in minerals because vitamins are not on the periodic table. Carbon is on the periodic table. Vitamin A, B, C, D is not in the periodic table. Carbon is the reason for your color. Carbon is the reason why everything is alive. The Chinese call it Cho, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen is fundamental, yes, but if there's no carbon inside of any substance in this world, human, animal, insect, rock, it doesn't matter. Every single thing that was created by Mother Nature contains carbon. So it is absolutely essential for all of us to have it, okay? And it is found in things that are carbon based. When you consume iron, you're consuming all minerals at a proportionate balance. Why? Because iron is a magnet. It pulls all other minerals to it. This is the best analogy that I can use. There is a cartoon called Dragon Ball Z, and there's a man in that cartoon called Goku, and he performs a move called the Spirit Bomb. When he performs this Spirit Bomb, he requests for every single animal, insect, rock, human being, everything that has energy, it starts to draw closer to him. And he uses that energy to create something that is called the Spirit Bomb. And he uses that energy to defeat his opponents. If we bring it back to what I'm talking about, you can't see that energy. The energy that the iron is bringing towards you is not visible to the naked eye. Iron fluorine pulls all other minerals to you at a proportionate balance. Energy cannot be seen. If you blow your hand, you could feel it, but you can't see it. This is the same thing when I'm talking about iron fluorine. Minerals will be coming to you. You won't be able to see it, but you'll be able to feel it because of the energy that you are possessing by drinking this iron. Iron is also anti-aging. It helps to bring back the elasticity in the body. That's why I always say stretch marks are not natural. Stretch marks are just the indication that your skin is so dry and it's lost so much of its elasticity that it starts to crack, just like the lips. When your lips are dry and you smile, your lips crack. So when your skin is dry and your skin stretches as you get bigger, as you eat more and more and more garbage or the things that you shouldn't be eating, your skin is gonna crack. It's as simple as that. Even when you're pregnant, your body is expanding, but you're not drinking enough water, you're not drinking enough iron, you're losing the elasticity in your body, so you will get stretch marks. The darkest things in existence contain a lot of carbon. What are the most darkest things in existence? The people on the planet Earth that live in the equator or the hottest areas of the planet Earth, what color are they? Black. We also know that the sun is black. The electric eel that uses electricity to kill its prey, jet black. Rich soil, jet black. Wild rice, jet black. Coal, jet black. Elderberries, jet black. All of these things contain a lot of carbon. That's why the darkest people in the world need the most amounts of carbon to maintain their carbon levels. But everybody needs carbon, not just the darkest people in the world. They just need more than others. Anybody who's a mechanic that's listening knows that the car needs a spark plug, otherwise it won't work. So iron is the spark plug of the human body. That's what gets us active. That's what gives us our energy. Without that, we're gonna be very, very extremely low. We're gonna feel down. We're gonna have anxiety. We're gonna have fatigue. We're always gonna be tired. We're always gonna be sluggish. Our memory is not gonna be too good. Our brains are gonna be foggy. Another thing that I need to mention is the blood. Our blood is like mud because we've been eating garbage. So now the blood has become very thick, causing high blood pressure, strokes, and so on. Now, the reason why the blood is like mud, like I said, we're eating all the things that we shouldn't be. And anything that you eat, your body is gonna try and turn into blood. So it is very important for you and I to eat things that are water soluble. Things that are not water soluble will not be able to dissolve inside of your bloodstream. Remember, where does the blood not go? The blood goes everywhere, and everything you consume, the body will try its best to turn it into blood, and if it can't, it's gonna send it to the areas of the body that it doesn't need. So which parts of the body will the mucus be sent to? Your face, your legs, your back, your fingers, your thighs, your foot. So you're gonna start to grow because the body's trying to protect the torso. So to remove the mucus from the blood, you need to drink iron fluorine. Iron fluorine is a deacidifier. It deacidifies the bloodstream. It thins the blood. It removes all the toxins. It removes all of the inflammation, all the calcification inside of your body. It helps to dissolve that. Iron fluorine dissolves mucus. That is its number one main purpose. So it's very important for us to drink it every day, twice a day, every morning and every night, forever. And also, when you're low on iron, you'll find that you become cold very quickly, very easily, especially women. Women need iron fluorine more than men. Why? Because every 30 days, women lose blood, and for some, a lot of blood. So it's very important for you to replenish that blood, again, with iron fluorine. And when you start to drink iron fluorine and you start to adopt the alkaline way of living, not a diet, it's a lifestyle, you'll find that your periods become shorter and less painful. I can't explain it. You need to try it to know it. You need to go through it to know it. You need to live it to know it. So men with prostate problems, you need your iron fluorine as well. And also your sea moss. Sea moss is the same texture as semen. That's not a coincidence. And look at the name, sea moss, sea men. Again, that's not a coincidence. It's good for men and it's good for women because men and women have an endocrine system. The endocrine system is sustained by iodine. Iodine is from the ocean, so it's going to nourish every gland inside of you. Your pineal gland, your pituitary gland, your hypothalamus gland, your parathyroid, your adrenal glands, your mammary glands for women, the breasts, the prostate gland. Every gland in your body is ran by sea moss, Irish moss, Cronus cryptus, whatever you want to call it. Sea vegetables. We need to drink more of that every day. Well, that's it from me today, brothers and sisters. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Love. Our iron fluorine loose leaf tea is available at eattolivenottoDie.com, and we would like to say thank you to everybody who has supported us. We do this to be helpful and to add value to people's lives in our community and globally.